What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis playoff edition on Analysis Playground on YouTube, going live on there exclusively. And we're going to talk about how the Minnesota Timberwolves actually just eliminated the Los Angeles Lakers. And I was hearing everybody saying Lakers in 5. And even I put the Lakers as the winner of this series in my playoff predictions. And we all was wrong. Luka Doncic didn't look dominant throughout this series. He looked containable. He looked controllable. And he just never really dominated this team enough to where they can win the series. And then LeBron, he kept shooting all these jump shots and he just couldn't connect on enough of them. He couldn't make them when they mattered. And tonight was just another example of that. And they just couldn't get enough stops on the Wolves. And even when they did, they couldn't score on them anyway. So, the Timberwolves, they have been a good team and a good story the last couple years. And that just continues this year as they advance. They beat the Lakers 103-96. They ended up coming out strong, 31-22 in the first quarter, winning that one and winning the second quarter too, 28-27. But the Lakers made their run and made it interesting because they won the third quarter, 31-22. But the Timberwolves were able to win the most important quarter, which was the fourth, 22-16. And that was allowing them to be able to win the series. You thought the Lakers would try more. You thought they would play harder. You would have thought they would have upped it up defensively just because their season and their playoff run was on the line. And then you just felt like they'd be a little bit ashamed just because they lost the series and they was only able to win one in this series, which is crazy still to me that they only won one game. But it just showed you that we underestimated and we didn't give the Wolves their proper credit and their proper due as a team. And they deserve it now because they was able to show that we're not that bad, right? We might not be as loaded as we was last year, but we're not that bad. And I think they proved that. And it's going to be interesting to see what they do for the rest of the playoffs and how they go against other teams and how they're able to have a bigger run. And we're going to see what they do. Julius Randle, 32 minutes, 8 of 16 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, 6 of 7 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 3 of them was offensive, 4 assists and a steal, 3 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, and he was a -2 and plus minus with 23 points. He was big for them even in the fourth quarter, though, just hitting that floater and hitting his free throws. That was enough to put them away, and that's all he needs to do. Just be a guy that's when he's open, make it 3, be able to put the ball on the floor, get to a layup or a floater, and take those high percentage shots and just see if you can make them. He was able to do that tonight, and that's all you can ask him for. Jaden McDaniels fouled out, but he didn't have a good game. He was only 2 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Only played 18 minutes, and he did get 3 rebounds. 2 of them was offensive with a steal. But it's crazy that they was able to take out one of their best players, and they still was able to win this game regardless of that, just because they just did a good job defensively, and they also made more shots and tougher ones too compared to the Lakers. And the Lakers have the better shot creators and the Lakers have the better bucket getters, but it didn't really work that way in this series. A -3 and plus minus for Jaden McDaniels and Rudy Gobert, the MVP of the game. 12 of 15 from the field, 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 27 and 24 boards. 9 of them was offensive, just was going out there, grabbing and taking as many things as he could when it comes to rebounding and just having a better and the right approach when he had the ball and got the ball and was able to finish at a high level. And that's all you can really ask him to do on a daily basis. But he never really does that. But he was able to do that tonight, had a dominant game. And he also had 2 blocks, 4 personal fouls. He's a plus 18 to plus minus. And Mike Conley just adding a little bit of sauce here and there to the team. 2 of 7 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover. He was a plus 7 and plus minus. He ended up having 8 points. Like I say, he's not going to be a big scorer. He's not going to be the greatest defender, but at least he's going out there giving you quality minutes and doing other things too to help you win the game. Anthony Edwards had one of his worst games in this series, if not his worst game in general in the playoffs, where he was 5 of 19 from the field, 0 of 11 from three. That just hurts you so much. Man, if he just makes more of those, this game would have been a blowout, but it wasn't meant to be. 5 of 8 from the free throw line. He did get a double-double still with 15 points and 11 rebounds. 2 of his rebounds was offensive. He also got 8 assists. It's good that he was able to find his teammates throughout the game with 3 steals and a personal foul. He's a plus 12 and plus minus. And the only guy that got in double figures off the bench was Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He was 3 of 11 from the field, 2 of 9 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 3 assists, and a steal, 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. He's a plus 4 and plus minus. He had 10 points. And Naz Reid didn't have a great game tonight, even though he did play a good amount of minutes with 21 played. He was 1 of 4 from the field, 0 of 1 from three, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 1 of those offensive with 2 assists and 3 blocks, a turnover, 2 personal foul, minus 4 plus minus 3 points. The defense was there. He just didn't have his offense clicking the way that we normally see him do. But like I said, Nickeil and Dante DiVincenzo, they didn't shoot the ball that great, but they still did, hold the fact that we still had to show them that we can make plays and still can make shots. And I think both of those guys did that, even though they didn't do it at an efficient level. Because Dante DiVincenzo was 3 of 13 from the field and 2 of 12 from three, but he also was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 1 was offensive, 5 assists, and 2 steals with 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, plus 3 and plus minus. He finished with 9. The rest of the guys did not play. Coach's decision. 36 of 89, 40% from the field as a team, 7 of 47, 14% from three. Usually, if you shoot that poorly from three, you usually never win a game. But tonight, they was able to shoot poorly from the field and from the three and almost from the free throw line because they were 24 of 33. They shot 72% there, but they still was able to win regardless because they had 54 rebounds with 18 of them being offensive. They also had 25 assists, 8 steals, 5 blocks, 11 turnovers, and 23 personal fouls. And the Lakers, they played a very, very short rotation also, and they didn't shoot the ball that great either, but they shot the ball better than the Timberwolves, but they got dominated on the boards. Dorian Finney-Smith was 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line. He had 4 rebounds, 1 of those offensive with 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover. He fouled out of this game, and he was a -2 and plus minus. He only got 7. He was the only starter to not get in double figures for the Lakers. And then Rui Hachimura, he just kept making open shots like he should, and he did a great job of that. 9 of 16 from the field, 5 of 8 from three, 4 rebounds, 3 of them being offensive. He didn't do much after that, but he did get a block, a turnover, and 2 personal fouls. A -12 and plus minus. He ended up having 23 points, which we knew he's capable of doing that, and he got it done tonight, and it helped keep them in the game. Ramon James, 9 of 21 from the field, 1 of 5 from three, 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 6 assists, 2 steals, 3 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, -14 and plus minus 22 points. And then Luka Wonder Boy Doncic, 7 of 18 from the field, 2 of 8 from three, 12 of 15 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, a -5 and plus minus. He ended up finishing the game with 28, which was the most for both teams tonight, but it just wasn't enough for them to win this game, which sucks, but it happens. I would say you would think that Austin Reeves would have a bigger game. You would think that LeBron James would have came through for the Lakers, but they never could put it together to be able to win this game. Although the Wolves didn't play that great, they still played good enough to beat the Lakers because the Lakers didn't play that good themselves. Austin Reeves, 5 of 14 from the field, 2 of 10 from three, 5 rebounds, 1 of them was offensive with 2 assists. He did also have 6 turnovers and 4 personal fouls. He's a -9 and plus minus and finished with 12. And then their bench basically didn't give them anything. Maxi Kleber played 5 minutes, so of course he wasn't going to do much. He shot a 3 and that was it, and made 2 free throws out of 2. So he finished only with 2 points. And he also had 1 turnover and a personal foul, a -1 and plus minus. Jared Vanderbilt, 0-1 from the field, 2 2 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 1 of was offensive, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls, a +3 and ±2 points, and then Gabe Vincent 0-2 from 3, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 personal fouls, +5 and ±. He didn't score any points in this game. It was the only guy that didn't do that tonight, but it happens. And then the rest of the guys did not play. Coach's decision: 33 of 78, 42% from the field, 11 of 37, 29% from 3, 19 of 25, 6% from the free throw line, 37 boards, 24 assists. They lost both of those categories. They also had less steals than the Timberwolves with 5. They also had less blocks with 1. They turned the ball over more, and they committed more personal fouls. Just a bad game from both teams when you look at efficiency. But when it comes to picking the winner, most people said it's going to be the Lakers in 5 or 6. That didn't happen. The Timberwolves finished them off in 5, and that's the surprise right there. Like, man, the Lakers didn't play good. They didn't play like a great team. They didn't play like they knew what they was doing. They didn't play great defense. It's just the Timberwolves just came at them relentlessly and was able to handle their business and just put them away early. Anthony Edwards had a terrible game, and it was still good enough to beat the Lakers, which shouldn't happen when you have guys like Luka and LeBron. They're some of the best players in the world. They have great season, and they seem like they play well together, but it just wasn't enough tonight to beat a team that people thought was inferior. But we all going to be in shock today that the Lakers only was able to win 1 game. Nobody seen that coming. Nobody seen that happening, but it's reality and it's the truth. And as crazy as that might seem, the Lakers got a lot of things they have to do and a lot of things they have to change roster-wise if they're going to have to be a championship team in the future with Luka. Even if it's not without LeBron, you're just going to have to figure it out. And that's the hardest part about it, trying to acquire the talent that you need to be able to compete for titles. And it's going to be a long battle with Luka to be able to find what works with him and what gets him, to have what we need to be able to lead us to a title. And that's what they're going to have to figure out the next couple of years with him. At least they're going to lock him up probably this summer because his contract is basically eligible for extension. And then you're just going to find a way to say, Luka, it's going to be a long process, maybe 3 to 4 to 5 years of just finding the right pieces to put around you so we can be able to compete for titles and be able to win as many as we can, because this version of the roster wasn't good enough. And I didn't think they was going to win a championship this year anyway, but I didn't think they was going to go out the way that they did. And they just didn't look like a great team. They looked like a good team or a mediocre team. And that sucks, for all the fans of basketball, because this series was fun. It was interesting, but the Timberwolves just look better, and they have a young player like Anthony Edwards just going out there, being so happy and so energetic, even on the road. And they were just able to figure out how to beat a team that has a little bit more talent than them, but they just outplayed them and they worked harder and they did more. And that was the key to their success against the Lakers. And it happens, but it's the reality of the situation. And sometimes those things that you can't teach and sometimes them things that you can't really control can be the biggest difference. And the Lakers were playing like an old team that was just tired, and the Wolves just kept coming like an Energizer bunny and just kept coming at them and just kept trying to make the best play that they could and just try to make the best read that they could. And that was just enough to put them away. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share it, the notification bell for more analysis. And new to the channel, do conversation videos just like this, and various NBA only topics. Also do breakdowns of real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. Also do mock draft and draft covers. So I love that type of stuff. I have over 3,000 plus videos on my channel that you can watch and you can enjoy. And I also have the ability to make every videos each and every day to the best of my ability. And that's something that I offer that most channels don't. Other than that, I have my social medias on my channel. You can check those out. You want to see some other things I like to do besides NBA and content on the channel. I also have my email on my channel, so you can use that for any reason to contact me if you can't do it on other platforms or in the comment section. And on top of that, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for coming back. Thank y'all for continuing to appreciate the content for what it is and loving this channel for the content that I make on it. And thank y'all for supporting me throughout the years, even still to this day. And all I can say, hope you guys had a good day and hope you guys had a good weekday so far. And hopefully y'all can continue grinding as much as y'all can and continue to find success in the things that you try to achieve, and continue to set goals and try to reach them, to have something to look forward to and something to be happy about. Other than that, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all as much as I can, because I love you guys. Y'all stay blessed up. I'm going for now. See y'all later. Let's continue to make 2015 a day of the past and the present just be in better times, and making better content and making it more consistently, while also just trying to have a better year in general. We also strong 4 months. Let's try to continue it for the rest of the year. And since it is a new month, and it is going into almost the middle of the year, let's try to do what we've been doing as much as we did this year, which is me continuing to make content. You guys continue to watch and continue to support it as much as you guys can. And that's all I can ask you guys to do as fans. Other than that, I'm going for now. Peace out. Y'all stay blessed up. May 1st. We made it to May.